Yeah, you don't definitely want to do it. But and speaking about lose and things of that nature, CPS is called to Cardi B's house late in the evening around 11 p.m. while her children were asleep. CPS showed up to the rapper's mansion due to a prank call. Cardi B plans on suing. Should CBS investigate more before taking extreme measures, such as showing up with police at 11 p.m.?
Definitely. I think it's real live cases going on out there that you should be hopping on with that energy versus a well-known celeb and all like let's be real here. The downside to social media is that from time to time they can find out information that they truly don't need to know. And with that, they can play with it in the sense of making in false calls. Now, everybody knows how CPS. Well, if you don't, let me explain because I definitely worked in that field for a little bit. Um, Anytime you get a call come in and it's of urgency dealing with children and you're saying that the children are being harmed, they will take dramatic uh,
Measures.
measures to pull up at any time, especially if
Mm.
you're claiming that the children are in harm. So I'm not shocked that they pulled up at 11 p.m. at her gate, demanding for her to open it and wanting to come in and investigate. Now, the only problem here is that it was false, and it's
Mm.
like one of those things. Cardi puts in big expenses as she vented online last night. She puts up big money for her children in the sense of care. Each of them have their own nanny. They all go to top notch schools. And the newborn that's just been born, even that child has its own nanny. So with that being said, these are the things I hate to see because there's real life situations out here where no one's even paying attention to and children are really being harmed. And here it
Mm-hmm.
is, you have these very wealthy children who were asleep in their mansion perfectly fine, and you had these extreme measures come up where you brought cops, you had the officers, and now moving forward, Cardi unfortunately will be under investigation until everything clears, because it just doesn't go away just because they popped up and all is well. They
Mm.
have to come again, and they're gonna have to come several times before it goes away. And it's just like this is time being wasted on a situation that could be used elsewhere with a real live situation. So these type of pranks is it's not funny because the paperwork, the investigations, all that goes into it. Ah, God, it's bad. It's just bad because, like I said, there's children out here that's really being abused that people don't even report. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And I really feel bad for Cardi because it's going. When she said she was suing, I was very happy to hear that, but I was just trying to figure out who,
Who?
because
Right.
CPS
Yeah.
was just doing
I
their
was about to
job.
ask the
I'm
question.
assuming she's going to sue, like when it comes down to finding out who put the call in. I'm
Right.
assuming that's who she's going to sue. Because CPS is just doing their job, but I just wish they did have some form of filter. I know you got to take all calls seriously, but oh man, yeah, it's a
Can you?
headache. I'll tell you that.
A quick question. Being that you have like experience in that field before,
Hmm.
um, can you make? I guess. I guess you can make anonymous calls to the CPS and do this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. So
But if it
and by
right, but
law
if
they can't communicate to that, or do they investigate back on the other side as well of the caller
okay,
who
so
entered in?
all right, so hypothetically saying, right, let's say you have children and I
This is tough. I can't
yeah, and I
imagine it. Be
call
like, I'm doing all I
and I
can.
disguise my call. There, if it comes out to be false and the person makes a big funk about it, and they, after the investigation, after everything clears, and they say like, okay, this was truly a false, like they will investigate who made that call after that. That's when the investigation on that end starts to take place. But the only
Oh,
problem is that we got to get through the investigation first, like for the initial call. So yeah, like when I like thankful enough for me when I was working, and it all the claims that came my way were official. Like it, and there because people don't play with that because they know how much of a hassle it is. Like you don't when you play them games, you opening up like you really got time. Like you're a very spiteful person. I will say that if you call that on people and you know downright that is not true because the measures they dig deep. Like they are on you for some time. I haven't seen an investigation less than 6 months. Yeah,
that's tough to have to overcome and undergo. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
That's some tough stuff.